Hello world, it's your girl Bambi. So today it's gonna be a little different. I didn't put on any makeup. It's nothing crazy or extravagant today. Um, our title's gonna be sometimes it be like that, um, I've been feeling kind of down lately. I don't know if it's just in the universe or in the air, but I want to talk about it. I don't want to just come on here when I'm just like happy go lucky and always feeling positive, which is nothing wrong with that. But I just want to be authentic and real. And I also want to come on when I'm like on my down days and when I'm feeling kind of blah blah, because nobody's perfect, right? Um, so, like I said, I've been feeling kind of down. It's been like that for like the past 3 days. It's very easily agitated, kind of like 0 to 100 in some cases, working on my energy, as you all know. Or if you don't know, now you know, right? And the reason I'm titling this Sometimes It Be Like That is because I have been, prior to these 3 days, I have been at an all time high. Like for the past, I can't even count how many months, days, weeks, it's been where I've just been feeling great, like just feeling very, 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 very good. And so I knew eventually, like, it was going to stop. Like, you can't have a bunch of good days and not have bad days. So I've been taking and chalking these last 3 days as to like, okay, maybe it's just trying to balance my shit out because I just been on a really all time high and I've been doing really good with my energy and just like, my YouTube's doing pretty good. Thank you to all my subscribers, all of my followers. But the past 3 days have been trying and I am learning to just kind of let it be. Sometimes it just be like that and not take it so personal, not get into my little bubble, not get into my little box. I have a little box that I get into sometimes when I'm down, and I just kind of close off from everybody. I close off from my friends, very close friends. Sometimes I tend to cut people off that I probably shouldn't cut off. But I'm trying not to be like that because I can get into a depressive state, and that's not it's not healthy for anyone, especially for myself. So trying to break out of all of those bad habits, and I'm sharing, and I guess I'm being vulnerable, which is not easy for me, with you guys. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is just kind of like a collective energy or if this has just been me. I've spoken to few people who've just been kind of feeling the same way. Like these past few days have been like, ugh, can I get a break? Like even when I try to stay positive, I was all crying yesterday. Like is my period coming? I don't know. But it's okay to have down days, and I want to appreciate my down days just as much as I'm appreciating my up days, because you can't enjoy the sun if you don't have some rainy days, right? And I, in particular, love rainy days. I absolutely love rainy days. Besides the like obvious of like cuddle bug weather or whatever, right? It gives life to plants and everything needs water, right? And I love the sound that the rain makes. Even snowy days, like, yeah, it doesn't bring life to anything, but like on a snowy night, it's very calming to just see it snowing outside. This is prior to you having to shovel, or walk in it. It's almost like a calm serenity when you're just watching it out the window and you're like home and you're cozy and you're warm, So I think everything has its own purpose and its own meaning. And even on the bad days, we have to kind of look beyond the fact that it's just like bad days and just kind of like take it with stride. So this is me learning to take it with stride and just knowing that, it's not going to last. I mean, even if it has been 3 days, it's going to stop at some point. So this is just me kind of sharing with you guys and just kind of like titling it, it be like that sometimes, because it really do be like that sometimes. You ain't gonna always have great days, right? And this is just one of my, like, I like to call them mad days. You know, when you're just feeling like meh, like just meh, like just, yeah, leave me alone. Like, don't ask me questions I don't really want to answer. I don't like. I locked myself in my room. I locked myself in my room yesterday. I didn't even want to be bothered by anybody. I didn't want my kids to come in the room. I didn't want anything. Leave me alone. But I definitely have some great family members. I have great friends. I have great supporters who check on me often and periodically and help me to stay out of the bubble and out of the box that I tend to put myself in. So I know that there might be a lot of people that can relate to kind of being stressed out and maybe even sometimes getting depressed. It is very important to have a strong surrounding, a strong group of people who can help you and know how to kind of help you get out of that box. It's also important for you to be able to reach out to people when you know you're getting into that box. I mean, as much as you can help it, try not to stay in that state. A very good friend of mine was giving me some advice, which was some really good advice. He said, play some music and start dancing and shake your ass if you gotta shake your ass. Do whatever you gotta do that makes you feel good. And even though at that moment I didn't laugh because I was so into my feelings at that moment, in my head I was laughing. Like, he laughed, but I was just like, yeah, like, I wasn't really trying to hear it at that moment. But he was absolutely right, so that might be able to help somebody out. Like, just reach out to a friend. Sometimes when you're like down like that, silence can be good too. Sometimes I don't want solutions. Sometimes I just kind of want to sit there and just have somebody listen to me breathing. That can be very helpful. Even though it might not seem like that, and it might not seem like that to you. And if you're definitely like a helper, I can understand you not probably like, or someone who always finds solution. It could probably be hard not to try to come up and say a lot of things. I'm like that. I'm a solution type of person, but I'm also a very good listener. So sometimes silence can go a long way. Just kind of being there, being present can help someone a lot. Checking in on them periodically. If you know what they like, try to make their day a little bit brighter, a little bit better by bringing them that. Like, if they like chocolate, bring them some chocolate. If there's a certain song that just gets them and this is their jam, and like they're gonna crack a smile or a joke or whatever, like, do what it is that that your family friend that will help them kind of break out of it, even if it's for a couple seconds. Because even just that little couple seconds of them laughing, even if they go back into that mad kind of state, that's definitely helpful. Like, I know for myself, when I was really down last night, my friend had a whole bunch of tactics. He was trying. I was mad. It wasn't working, man. And he started talking about something totally off the wall, whatever. It was off the wall. And he let me have my moment. I cried. I didn't feel judged. I felt like it was a safe place to be, a safe place to be able to let out my cry and speak a little bit. But when he felt that it was a good place to kind of interject and speak, he did. And he would try something and he would see like, okay, that's not working. So he'll stop, let me do my thing, and then he'll try again, something else. And I'm not saying it works for everybody, but his tactic was really good for me. It really worked for me because by the end of the conversation, I was laughing. We were talking about a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different stuff. It totally got my mind off of whatever it was that I was stressing about at that moment. So I say that to say this. I know we all have trying times, and our trying times can come at different times in different spaces and places. And sometimes we don't even be expecting it. Sometimes we be in the best of moods, and then all of a sudden something either happens or a thought comes in your head, and you go from being this positive person to not being so positive anymore. And that's okay. that is okay. What's not okay is staying in that state. So it's a matter of learning what to do to get out of being so down. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, this too shall pass. I know that's such a cliche, right? But it will pass. And like, I'm not saying I'm 100%, because if I was, I probably have like makeup on right now and, you know, all this extra stuff. So I'm still a little man, right? But I'm a lot better than I was yesterday, and I'm a lot better than I was the day before that. So I'm going to continue to work on my issues, my problems. I'm going to continue to work on my happiness, and make sure that I get back to that place where I'm completely happy. And I know that that might take a little bit of time, but I'm okay with that. I just want everybody to be healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually. I'm all about, you know, just being happy and having a good time and being comfortable and feeling like it's a safe place. If you need somebody to reach out to, try to reach out to a family, friend, or someone that you know that will really have your back and just knows how to deal with you. We're not all easy. Some of us have more issues than others, and it doesn't make your issues or anybody else's issues more or less. It's okay. Even if you have less issues, it's okay. Like, if you have true family and friends around you, they will let you know it's okay. And there's always therapists. There's nothing wrong with going and seeing a therapist and just kind of like unleashing. This is what they get paid for. You can sit there and dump all your problems on them. And some of them have really good solutions, and they have really good ways and coping mechanisms and things that can help you throughout your day. So I'm going to sum up this little video and my conclusion to sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Like, I know this is a weird little conversation. I know you guys are probably like, really? Like, where did you just come up with this? But one thing I said on my first video is that I want to be authentic. I want to be myself. And even on my bad days, I want to show you guys I have bad days. Like, this is actually like not even a really bad day. Like, if I'd have gone on yesterday, I'd have been crying on here, right? Like, yeah, I ain't ready for all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Leo, so it takes me, like, I can't just be vulnerable like that. I got to feel a little bit more comfortable with you guys. I don't trust y'all all the way. No, sir. I'm only playing. But, no, seriously. It takes a while for me to just be vulnerable like that. And I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of, like, opening up and being vulnerable, because that's not very easy for me. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Give me comments, give me feedback. I know I was kind of all over the place a little bit, but that's what happens when your mental is kind of like, and I got a little headache. So, like, forgive me, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope it gives you a little bit more insight on me. I hope that it helps you if you're a little bit down, to let you know that you're not alone. I'm here with you. There's a whole bunch of other people that are going through the same thing or going through a hard time, and we're all just trying to take it one day at a time, 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time. And this too shall pass, and there will be better days to come. So let's not dwell on this moment, and know that tomorrow will be a better day. And even if not, then the next day or the next. So again, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys. Good night. Goodbye.